Oh no. Now I'm worried that there's two streams going on and Ryan's on one and I'm on another. Is there two streams, guys? Did I mess it up? I think I might have GM. Is there two? Is Ryan on one and I'm on the other?
No, I'm here. Just wait a minute.
Oh, what's up? How are you? And Todd Turner? Oh no, now he's gone. Well, good morning, everybody. It is Friday, October 4th, 2024. If you guys don't know, I did a Whatnot show last week, and I was trying to highlight the Resilience Red Devil hats, and I think it's Birchwood or Birchbur or Birch Tree or what's the name of the hats? But anyways, their signature things, they're stickers or patches or pockets, and so. If you don't know, your Old Navy, that's where I keep my Old Navy Super Cash, but it's activated tomorrow, so don't let that Old Navy Super Cash go to waste. And Old Navy, if you're listening to this right now, we can use a sponsor. Appreciate you. But anyways, happy Friday. Ryan, text me if I am in the wrong chat. All right, Ryan's back. Did I mess this up?
You're all good. You're all good. No. I just needed a minute. I tried to tell you that, but I just, it's all good.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah, no worries. Good morning.
How are you?
Good, man. Just need to let you know, you are looking super dapper in this pumpkin spice sweater. That's what I'm going to call it.
I can't show everyone. I'll share a pic later.
But oh, man.
I love October.
And the mug just sets it off just right.
Right? I love October because I can wear this pumpkin sweater. My wife hates it though. And so I need to be cognizant and try not to do too many things that irritate my wife. Because the other thing is I have a big project I'm working on right now. So I took over the dining room table with multiple computer screens. And she's not very happy with me. But 24 hours. Baby, I just need 24 hours and we're done. I do want to launch that into something though. If you guys don't know, Heather, my wife, her notoriety is rising a little bit with what she's doing professionally. And she went to dinner with some friends last night and or family. And I'm not going to say who it was, and I love them dearly, but they had some feedback for our daily show. And I love feedback because you can always be better through feedback. And their feedback was that we spend a lot of time saying good morning and hi to people. But I don't think that they understand that we're always going through the chat and saying hello and good morning. So if you are listening right now, I just want to say hi to you. And we do have the couch here that we like to say hi to as well. So if you're listening, good morning, and I appreciate you caring enough to listen. So bonjour.
Wait, hold on. Let me slow this down a little bit. Hi. Good morning.
Good morning.
Let's slow this down a little bit. Make sure we say hi to every single person right now. Dylan Ray. Chelsea. Wait, let me just get this right. So Heather was out to dinner and they were having a conversation. You were not there.
I was not there.
Wait, so we're getting attention even outside of conversations that we're part of. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, we're on the tip of a couple people's tongues.
Nice. So basically we're famous. So Dom, just make sure you're telling your kid that you're famous, okay? That's where we're at. But cool. That's awesome.
But the conversation also went to Heather was like, can you not do stuff that would like make me look bad or get canceled? And I'm like, baby, if buying jelly donuts gets people canceled, then I don't know what to tell you.
How are we ever going to live up to that or live down that jelly donut episode? I feel like it's going to take us forever.
And you just need to double down and do jelly donuts every episode. That's what the people want.
I think that's what we need. So,
what's up, boys? How you doing?
Doing well. Got a lot going on. I feel like I've been quiet in other chats, but yeah, no, working through what we got to work through right now. So that's good. It's Friday. Are we excited for the weekend, or are we on the side of we shouldn't be living for weekends? Where do we go with that?
I'm always excited for the weekend.
Well, I do always love how you get to get home with the family and everything. But you're home right now because you're usually home on Thursday nights. Is that correct, Tom?
Yeah, I come home Thursday night so that I can be here and take them to school on Friday, and then I work from home for a little bit while they're in school, and then yeah, and then this weekend they're all out of school on Monday, so we're going out of town with some friends. So this is gonna be a fun weekend, and my son's awake already, so as you all saw.
Is he
Yeah,
usually an early riser, or he's not? He's not. He's just sleeping in.
No, I think he's just excited that I'm home. I got home really late last night, and like he was already in bed, so I just like came in and said goodnight to him and stuff like that, and he was being really sweet. And then I literally just finished my walk, and I was getting myself set up for this call, and my wife texted me saying Bentley wants you. So I went upstairs and got him. I was like, "You want to come outside with me?" And he said, "It's too cold out here." And I'm like, "Well, that's because you didn't just walk 3 miles. Warm up, fool."
He would never survive in the VeeDads compound in northern New York.
No, no. I think it's like 69 degrees outside or something here, maybe 70.
Okay, that's actually not that different than what it is right now over here. So,
yeah,
not jealous. We're twins, weather twins. We got gratitude though. Are we dropping gratitude?
Craig just dropped some off. Are you asking me for mine?
What do we got for gratitude over here? Craig is saying we got the couch over here. Gratitude. I'm grateful for the time I'm getting to spend with my kids and grandkids post the funeral and never take anything for granted. I hear that, man. I'm so glad that you're able to spend that quality time no matter what's bringing people together. I think it's awesome. We got Robbie over here, grateful for a good night's sleep with water and hot coffee at oh yeah. Guys, how North Carolina, Robbie was in the thick of it, wasn't he?
I think so, yeah. Yeah, he was saying they were out of water and in lines for gas and water and all that stuff. No service, no electricity. Yeah. He went to visit. I think he just went for a visit. I don't think he went to help, right? I think he just went to visit and it just happened.
Yeah, that's what I knew. He was able to his birthday, right? There was something Robbie said. He was like, yeah, you know what? We didn't have any electricity, but you know what? You don't need electricity to blow out some candles. Yeah. So that was a pretty awesome thing. So we're all set. We got Nate over here. Gratitude, rejection. Rejection can build it or it can destroy. How we choose to react and handle it is solely on us. Yeah, that's good. Got crying over here. If anyone hears some crying, that's us.
We have crying.
What'd you say there, Blaze?
Gratitude. Oh, I just think we have crying. We have one that cries every morning. Gratitude for me. I got to go on a walk with my son last night to try and get some steps. And we've been doing these ninja walks. Someone's going to call the police, but we dart in between bushes and lampposts on our street. But he gets like pretty deep in people's yards. So but he's a kid. So, but anyways, I asked him to train me to be a ninja last night. And so he's like, okay, Dad, we got to follow me. We got to be very sneaky. So he's like, we got to go behind this tree. So we went behind this tree. And then we went behind this lamppost. And he's like, all right, that's it. And I'm like, what do you think that's it? Like, I don't feel like I'm a ninja yet. And I'm like, what are we going to do? What ninja stuff are we going to do next? And he looks at me like dead serious face and he goes, we're going to break into someone's house.
Oh, no.
I had to coach him up that we can't break into people's houses. So that was a good conversation, but it was really funny. And I'm hoping that I can approach the day with that enthusiasm on this Friday. And I was trying to tie that back to the reading today, which was about not doing stuff for your kids. Did you listen today, Dom?
Yeah, I read it just before my son woke up. But yeah, this one, you know, like you said, not doing stuff. It makes me think like about the stuff that we still do for our kids, and like we're slowly whittling away at the list, of things and getting them more independent on their own. I think our third child, we're kind of the slowest. He's the one who didn't really talk till he was 3 or 4, and took that long to go on the bathroom, like get out of the diaper and stuff like that. Like, so he's still got a couple of things right now. Like it's still sleep training him. Like he's in his own bed every night, which is great, because for a while he was in our bed with us. So we finally got him out of his bed, or into his bed, I mean. Now I think it's like fully getting dressed is the next thing. And then like being a little bit more responsible for like his own like food needs, like those kinds of things, because he's still kind of like, can you go get me this? And I'm like, no, you can reach it. Like, go ahead. I'll help you open it. Like those kind of things.
Yeah. Which one of those do you think's at the top of the list for you?
I think I'm just working both. I like the idea of getting him dressed. For a while, he was doing like pretty well with picking his clothes out, and then he just stopped. I think we have the hardest time with socks and shoes, which I know is kind of like, even with the Velcro shoes, it's just like socks are always challenging, like tightly fit around your feet. I remember that with the girls too, especially the kids like longer socks, so those are always more difficult. But yeah.
Is that he doesn't like, so because my son, I think our sons are very similar. I think they'd be really good friends, and it would be chaos. But my son I'm always putting his tennis shoes off, and then I find him in a corner taking his tennis shoes off, taking his socks off, and putting them back on. And I'm like, bro, your feet are gonna sink. You have to wear socks. He's like, I hate socks. Is that the similar situation?
Oh, no. I mean, I think it's more of like, he still doesn't understand like the direction in which like they go on, like, how like there's a toe and a heel, like, so he still doesn't understand that. He doesn't have his right and left down with shoes, so he'll ask. And then his slip-on shoes he's fine with, but the ones where like it's actually a tighter fit, like the athletic shoes, like he hasn't been able to grasp, like pulling the tongue out and kind of like sliding your toes in and all the way back. So we kind of like, and it's always the same thing. It's always like, we got 2 minutes to go to school, to get out the door, and it's like, I'm not going to wait 10 minutes for you to figure out shoes, so we'll just throw them on and we'll figure out at another time. And that's also because he's still kind of in that phase where he's not really liking going to school, or like the idea of like having to leave the house and go to school. He's slowly getting better day in day out. Like he used to cry the whole walk to school, like just from our parking spot to the gate. Like, it's not a long walk. And lately he hasn't done that at all, but he still kind of whines a little bit about having to go. We'll see how today goes, because I only take him on Fridays and Mondays.
Man, now, because Brayson's in first grade, and some mornings, like you said, it's quick, and you don't want to miss it. It's so much faster and easier for me to just like strip his clothes off, put his clothes on the door. So I'm trying to open up that time for myself, because like you said, like I love that you use the word like grass, about like I'm always thinking like activities, living, and I need to let my kids grow and do that. Like my daughter started picking out her own clothes, and she gets dressed all the time now, and she's third grade, which she should. But I really need to open it up for my son. So I'm there with you. If I had to pick one thing though, for my kids that I need to not do for them. Yeah, it's probably that. It's just letting them brush their teeth. My daughter's good at it, but the 6-year-old, he needs to learn. I should have to. But the dentist, he's not going to do a good job, and he should brush it once a day, and I should brush it once a day, which I'm not a dentist, so I'm going to listen to what my their pediatric dentist said, but definitely work on that. Mr. Ryan, how are we doing?
You guys are sharing what it is that you want to help your kids kind of do on their own?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a larger one that I want to get to, but I can't really put it into words right now because it's like this thought. But I think a lot of these like smaller tasks for sure. Like I really want I was pushing it a little bit harder, but my oldest daughter, Sloan, I was getting her to wash her own clothes, or at least kind of like initiate the beginning of washing clothes. So, the idea of, hey, when you see your hamper halfway full, that means that has to go into the washer, and then here are the buttons to press. I feel like that's such an important thing to do. The other thing I've been trying to do is get her, and I'll set her up. She's been doing a lot of bagels in the morning. And so I'll pull out like the toaster and I'll put it there, and then I'll put out the bagel, and I'll kind of make sure that all she has to do is kind of like take like the steps of, putting the bagel in, starting it, like toasting it, and then buttering it. It's hard though. I feel like I think sometimes I'm very open to them hurting themselves. And by that, I mean like, I think that once you burn yourself on a toaster, you're probably going to learn how not to use it incorrectly. Or you burn yourself on a fire while camping, you're probably going to be more careful and learn a lot quicker that way. So I've always been that way. I think there's also things that I was pushed to do when I was younger to kind of grow up really quickly in terms of like making my own food, washing my own clothes, organizing my own things sometimes. And so I always have to check myself a little bit just to make sure that I'm not, pushing that too much on them, because I do want to make sure it's like, well, I think I was a little bit too young, but I just want to make sure that I'm not, I'm staying age appropriate.
I'm just thinking about.
Go ahead.
I was just saying, I'm just thinking all about like milestones and like pediatrician like, here are these things your kids should be doing at all their age groups. I'm like, yes. Oh my gosh, I'm not doing that. I never thought of that. I can't even do that. But it also makes me think about like different kids go at different like ranges. About like, we talked about it a couple months ago. What's that like personality test you take, and it shows you like which areas you're weak on? I just think about that like diamond grid where like my daughter's really good at writing, but maybe not things over here. Then I don't know, but I guess it just goes back to goal setting. Is like you have to have intent, and you can't do everything. And so I love these conversations because like I think that's probably something that I can be focusing on for my own kids. Is like, okay, we really need to be like, I know we're talking about resiliency. This you know what? I'm going to get 10 minutes every morning. You're going to get up 10 minutes every morning, and you're going to put on your own. Fight through the tears, blah, blah, blah. Here we go. Appreciate
you're a little bit robot-y, but I think we can get mostly what you're saying. I don't know if there's anything you can set up or change about that right now, Blaze. I wanted to look really quickly, and I wanted to see, like, is there a list like this? I don't know if you guys talked about this, but is there like a list? I'm trying to see where this is. Oh, this is just AI generated, but where's this from? Hold on. Here's like a list of things that a 7-year-old, and we can always do different ages here, but less milestones. Like a milestone could be math, obviously, or like reading on their own. Healthychildren.org, Washington Post. Some of these things are from, what else? Healthychildren.org. Okay, so mainly a lot of these things are from healthychildren.org, but a 7-year-old can help with many chores around the house, including laundry, put dirty clothes in the hamper, wash, dry, and fold laundry. Wow, okay, that's all of it. cleaning, vacuum, sweep, dust, and empty waste baskets, meal preparation, make their own snacks and lunches, set and clear the table, yard work, weed, rake leaves, water flowers, 2 more, putting things away, put toys away, neaten bookshelves, put away groceries, and then it just says other chores, make their bed, bring in mail or newspaper, fill pets' food dish. Doesn't sound, I think, out of place for at least my 7-year-old. What do those sound like to you guys?
Some doable and some that we're far off from. But yeah, that's kind of my thought too. Is working on. What did you say the age was? Did you say 7?
This is 7, yeah.
Ooh, my girls better step it up. I'm just saying they're behind on even some of that 7-year-old stuff.
I mean, we can obviously go in, but the one, what did it say here? Oh, Ryan Holiday ended today with, it's a simple sentence. He said, it's not right, it's not fair. What he's talking about is basically taking away this, this ability for them. It's our job to help them start to learn and start to grow and start to do these things. So it's not, and I do agree with this. It's not right to wait until they're 12 and then all of a sudden they're at a friend's house or they're on their own for whatever reason, and we haven't taught them something like that, right? Like doing their laundry, making their own food, cleaning up after themselves. So I definitely feel as if like that's a really good thought, just to make sure that we are thinking that it's not selfish or it's not inappropriate for us to kind of push these things, although our kids are going to cry and get really upset about them.
I'm trying to think back to the things that can you guys hear me okay now?
Yes.
Wait, don't jump that quickly, Don. We can't hear that well.
I just want him to talk more. So, no, we can't.
Chat, let me know if I'm a robot or you can't hear me.
We see you and we know you're trying to talk. It's just still a little bit robot-y right now. But the sweater, sweater is still just like coming right through and making it look great, man.
It's too bad we didn't. It's too bad we didn't go further on that conversation of all of us learning sign language, because then we could still communicate with Blaze right now.
I totally forgot. I feel like I had these big thoughts of like us being able to like learn sign language in some kind of way, and then I just let it get out of hand in my head. So
yeah, completely forgot about it.
So hold on. Is there anything else that we feel like we have to push our kids to do a little bit more of? Putting away clothes, washing dishes, watering plants. Blaze, is that you?
I'm still here. I just turned my video off because maybe I thought it might help the connection.
Oh yeah, good point.
What I'm trying to ask is, what are the chores you loathed as a kid that your parents you do? For me, when I was in trouble or I had to do chores, my dad would be like, "You better have vacuumed all the floors before I get home." And I think that built a lot of like, my wife would like probably like spit her coffee out because she has never seen vacuuming, but that's something that I had to do growing up. What are chores that you guys loathed doing when you were growing up?
I have one.
Go ahead, because I didn't have any. I love doing chores.
Guys, this is what I heard this story one time. So I think all of us definitely know that families have their own weird things. And I heard this story one time, and mine is not as weird as this. But I heard someone talking about it one time.
Oh.
And they said that they were so surprised and embarrassed when they realized it wasn't a thing. So, and I'm just toilet talk for 1 second. I talked about something extremely unnecessary yesterday, and I'm sorry about that. But there was this family, they had a poop stick. They had a poop stick in their bathroom. Oh, look at that bird. But this family had a poop stick. The poop stick was next to their toilet for if someone went to the bathroom and it was too big to go down, they would take the stick and they would break it up. And so this person was like, I thought every household had a poop stick. And so they went through their life And they mentioned that they were like 20 something when they brought up a poop stick in a conversation. And they were like, wait, what? You guys don't have a poop stick? That was incredible. I thought that was a really funny story. But now mine's not as much as that. I just wanted to I like the extreme and then kind of bring it back for a second so that now my story doesn't sound as weird. But in my family, we had a sock basket. And what that was is we would have we would wash clothes and everybody's socks would go into one basket, right? So when you wanted socks, you had to dig through the socks. And then once a month, I feel like we'd go through and try and match them up. But I remember as a kid, I would despise when my dad would be like, all right, we got to match socks. So we'd get out the sock basket and we'd have to start matching up socks. And it was the worst thing ever. That was the thing I despised the most. I'm so glad I finished the story about the stick before now.
I'd rather sort socks than use a poop stick.
But wait, the poop stick did make sense, I felt like
no,
in theory,
we need a poop stick.
In theory, it makes sense.
It makes, yeah.
I just think it's get another toilet if you keep having to get a stick to break it up.
Maybe we need to be sponsored by poop stick.
What if someone did though? I'd be so upset if somebody made this poop stick and they sold it, and it's what's that sponge, that Scrub Daddy? It's like a sponge, it's like Rock Pet. People make money off of these really simple things. If someone made this item and then they sold it and they made a bunch of money, I'd be like, you know what? More power to you, but I am jealous.
You're silly. I don't know what that means.
What's up?
He was saying, well, first he was saying he has a friend in school named Ryan because I was telling him your name is Ryan, and then he just wanted to say the word sock and the word poop. So he wanted to join the conversation. So he was listening.
I apologize.
A basket of socks sounds like a freaking nightmare.
Like you, Dad?
That sounds horrible, dude.
To this day, when I see a basket of clothes, it kills me.
Yeah, the worst part about laundry at our house is when all of our there's a laundry basket downstairs in the laundry room, and then they all have theirs in that room. But sometimes everybody just takes their socks off right at the laundry room, and so the amount of every kid has a different type of socks, but they look so close together and they're almost all the same size. So other than his socks, the girls' socks are so confusing. So I just leave them in a pile and I'm like, girls, sort your own socks. And both girls are almost the same size. So now I'm just at the point where I'm like, hey, you guys just got to sort your own laundry because I don't know whose underwear this is or whose shirt this is. You want to ask him a question?
Yeah.
Go ahead. He can hear you.
Trick or treat, very nice feet.
He got you.
Yeah.
Very nice feet.
I told you the camera's up there, not down there.
Oh.
Gotta work with camera skills early.
Matt, trick or treat, very nice feet.
Do you see Blaze who's wearing a pumpkin shirt?
Yeah.
Hold on, can we finish this?
Yeah, go ahead.
No, smell my feet. Give me something good to eat, right? Is that what we're gonna do?
No,
he
just wants you to smell his feet. That's all.
Oh,
Okay.
The
Trick or treat, feed me. I wish I never go to school. Very nice feet.
See, there's the I wish I never go to school part that I was telling you about.
It's very cute.
Very nice feet.
What are you doing?
I think he's just happy to have Dad home.
Move your
Really.
feet off the camera. It's not that kind of stream.
Very
right.
nice feet.
Who are you,
guys? Let's get going because I have to get to a client.
Bye.
Bye, guys. Oh, we love you. But yeah, I love this topic, by the way. I'm really happy with it. But we'll see you guys soon. Mugs full of coffee, hearts of gratitude. We love you guys. We'll see you tomorrow morning. Okay. I guess